the Iranian attack on Israel was a pretty extensive affair. It was extensive in geographical terms as well as in the range of weapons, 331 missiles and drones that were used. Geographically, it was designed to stretch Israeli defences. So some of these missiles and drones came from Iran itself. Some of them came from Iraq. Some of them came from Syria. Others came from the southern tip of the Red Sea, from the Houthis, all the way to Israel. And some of them, of course, came across the border from Hezbollah in Lebanon. So this gave the Israelis 180 degrees to worry about in terms of their defences and, of course, Israel's allies as well. They were very successful. But the ones that really bothered them were the ballistic missiles. And the Iranians launched, we believe, 110 ballistic missiles, of which 103 were intercepted. These are some of those that are recorded by the Iranians as taking off. We don't quite know what they are, but they are probably Khorram Shah missiles or the Shahab-3 missiles, more likely, because they've got the long range. Most of them were intercepted outside Israeli territory. However, some missiles and drones obviously got quite a long way. We also have some footage of Temple Mount in Jerusalem, the most holy place for three great religions, and not far above Temple Mount, at quite low altitudes. You can see that some sort of air battle was taking place. The Iron Dome defence system that Israel runs was having to work pretty hard right above Temple Mount. So it was probably a closer thing than appears from the straight statistics. However, the Iranians did achieve success in the Nevatim air base. And the Nevatim air base is in the Negev Desert in southern Israel. And Nevatim, although these 7 ballistic missiles that got through, they didn't do much damage. It's a very big air base. But symbolically, this is really important because it was from Nevatim that the F-35s of Israel took off 2 weeks ago to bomb the Iranian consulate as part of the embassy in Damascus. And that's what set off this current round of escalation. So the Iranians will feel that although they were 99% unsuccessful numerically in what they threw at Israel, the 7 missiles that got through hit the base from which they had been hit themselves. So in a sense, honours are even. The United States are saying to Israel, look, take the win and move on. Don't worry about it. Just leave it here. The rest of the world is saying to Israel, leave it. Take the victory from last night and move on. But Netanyahu is very unlikely to do that. Firstly, because this is the first time in history that Iran has successfully targeted Israel, Israeli territory itself, and that is an affront to Israel's security policy. And secondly, Netanyahu never believes in letting anybody else have the last military word. The Israeli War Cabinet seems to be briefing out the idea that they will respond within 48 hours, and I'm sure they will. So we won't have long to wait.